Mr. President, my name is Rosalie Cianelli. I'm 105 years old. I humbly hope and pray you will be our next president again. You are one of the greatest. I love you. God bless you.
I am angry.
Yes, you might be wondering why she is getting angry. This lady is blowing up on TikTok for attacking Gold Star families personally, for inviting Trump to honor their sons and daughters at National Cemetery. Biden and Kamala ignored their request. 3 times Trump show up and it is news to these people. I don't know if you have seen this video. First, take a look at this.
I am angry at the Gold Star families who invited Trump to Arlington. I know that's going to be an unpopular take. I hope that you will hear me out. Hold here to speed it up. My mother is a combat veteran. So is my husband. So is my brother. All of them, when they pass, are eligible to be buried in a military cemetery. Until this last week, the entire nation accepted that military cemeteries were a place for solemn remembrance. But these families decided that all of the other Gold Star families, they don't matter. All of the other fallen, they don't matter. Every other grave at Arlington, it doesn't matter. All of the graves at every military cemetery don't matter, because they decided in their adoration for Trump that it was okay to let Trump, his campaign staff, and his campaign team's videographer and photographer, on top of all of the aides and security, they invited them to Arlington to traipse over other people's children's graves, to walk over the remains of other people's siblings, other people's parents, all because of their politics. They turned their own children's graves, their own siblings' graves, into a prop for a politician. Not a single one of them has said that the assault on a member of the staff of Arlington, not a single one of them have said that that was wrong. Some have said they invited the Biden and Harris administrations. Others have said that they never would in a million years.
Yes, before we proceed, watching this lady, here is something you never do. Don't criticize a Gold Star family for anything. They have given the ultimate sacrifice to express whatever her opinion they want. So seeing this lady coming out to take down on Trump for attending this, it is insane. They call Kamala, invited Biden twice, they never show up. They invited Trump, he show up. I don't understand why this is a problem. If the two show up, maybe according to this lady, it could have been balanced. She will not say, oh, there's match over people's grave. That is what I understand. It is insane to see a lightweight Democrat supporter coming out to vomit this.
Others have said that they never would in a million years. I have no idea who's telling the truth, and I really don't fucking care. What I care about is now these families have told all of America that where our military are laid to rest is no longer sacred. It can be disrespected as long as you have a specific political agenda. They know damn well that they were disrespecting all of the fallen surrounding their own kids, and they don't fucking care. What they care about is they got to take a smiling picture with Trump, and they are fine betraying every other Gold Star family to do it. And all future Gold Star families, all future families who are going to lay their loved ones to rest in a military cemetery. They opened the door to disrespecting hallowed ground across the nation, and they should be ashamed of themselves. But they're MAGA, so they won't be, because they never are.
I don't understand why these people are taking this too far. Even Kamala did the same thing. That Trump went there to take photos. It is insane. Okay, let's take it both ways. Why didn't you go? Go there also and take photos. Trump did, and cameras, they allow cameras in that location. So it's obvious that any person going there would like to take photos to remember one day. It is important. So seeing these people coming out to attack Trump for reasons I don't know, it's insane. This lady is full of, let me not pronounce it on this video. I want you to know your opinion. Even The View had a segment today. They talk about this. Their talking points are just the same. When I saw the take will be Joy Behar putting out, partaking to these situations, I was like, is it the same thing I watched the other day?
You know who has been facing backlash? Said all kinds of stuff.
He was at a cemetery for World War I, and he said, what's in it for them? What was in it for them?
Yeah.
That's how he approaches the military.
Well, he's never even slightly respected a rule. Why would we think, an Arlington cemetery, federal DOD policy, whatever, would rank up with the Constitution, which
Isn't
he also...
it a law?
It is. It's a
law.
federal law. There's an Army regulation and there are DOD policies.
And there was a person there
that shared that with
saying
them.
that to them.
Yeah.
And
she was allegedly shoved.
And I've done a number of these visits to Arlington National Cemetery with Mike Pence, with Secretary of Defense Esper, and there is protocol, and you know it. In this particular section, Section 60, which is Veterans of the War on Terror who were killed in action, American heroes, it is a very somber place. When you go, there is no photography. You're likely to see a family there crying and grieving. And I acknowledge she was there at the request of families, but what a leader would do is say, let's go visit the gravesite, and then we'll take a picture over there. Instead, he smiled and had his thumbs up there. A friend of mine who has friends buried there wrote a beautiful piece saying, our veterans deserve to not be politicized, and especially those who gave the last sacrifice in war.
They are trying the same. Their main issue is that these families release videos and went off on Kamala like never before. And a lot of people actually saw what they did. So Libras crying up and there is something I don't get. They are now saying, oh, Trump was not supposed to take photos. He's not supposed to take videos. Then what about the videos these families release? Going after Kamala, I saw what they did. And that was as a result of the post Kamala put out that Trump only went there for political reasons. It is insane. If Kamala went or Biden went, I believe we will not get stories like this. It is simply because it is Trump, and the hatred they have toward him is as a result of this.
It does not need to be like this. This is silly.
About Barack Obama when it comes to
theme here at the DNC is that they're going to go after corporate gouging.
What's your favorite policy of Kamala's?
her being president.
And if the pace plays...
leaving.
A speech from Michelle Obama that I have to say is one of the best
gun-toting...
Abby, we were talking...
Trump or Kamala?
Trump. Damn Kamala.
Kamala Harris is in office right now and has not tried to do anything about the border, has not tried to not tax people on tips.
For some people, it's already started.
But when you disrespect Kamala Harris...
They say the economy's great. Just look at the jobs numbers. Well, we did, and they disappeared.
The money in politics is so extraordinary, which is something that should have never been allowed to happen.
When Joe stepped down, did you want it to be an open convention as opposed to going right to Kamala?
Well, here's the plan. Kamala, it was open. Anybody could have gotten in. She wrapped it up. You have to give her credit for that.
I do, totally. And the Democratic Party, you know what? That's the smartest thing they did. Because they just had a big internal fight. They couldn't afford another one. They would have looked like we always think, oh, they're disorganized, and they just got their you-know-what together.